But for today's class, we're going to be starting off. You know, Miss Mary would always want her game. So Miss Mary has a game for you to play this morning. So let's quickly look at our game for today. Now, as we start, let's look at our first game. Now, let's see. Now I said, let's see who will be able to identify all this. So who can tell me what devices can you see? So I'm going to give us a few seconds to be able to write them down, and then I'll tell you the answers. Are we ready? Okay, let's go. You have 20 seconds. I'm going to count to 20 and see that everybody is able to do this. So let's go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Okay, so time's up. So let's see, what are the devices I can see here? Let's see if you're right. What are the devices? It's not a must that you can see everything, but then under the 20 seconds, let's see just how many you were able to see. I could see a printer. I can see a tower system unit. I can see a monitor. I can see a speaker. I can see a mouse and a mouse pad. I can see a keyboard. I can see another printer. Okay, that looks like a modem. Okay, that looks like a CD or probably a DVD. That looks like a USB, and that looks like a scanner. Okay, that looks like a scanner. So yeah, voila, Miss Mary is done. So I hope you're able to get at least 5 out of all these computer workstations. Okay, so that's fine. Now let's go over to today's class. Now, today's class, we're going to be looking at Paint application. Now, a Paint package is a computer program that is used for drawing and coloring shapes and objects. Now, Paint is an application that helps us to be able to color, do a lot of drawing, do a lot of coloring. We can use it to draw shapes, and we all know that because we did part A of this Paint application in year 1. Now, we also use Paint application to be able to draw 2D objects. 2D means two-dimensional length and breadth. That's two-dimensional objects. That is shapes that have length and breadth. Shapes like a square, shapes like a rectangle. Now, we can also use it to draw houses, cars, computer systems, chairs, tables using Paint package. Now, the Paint application has different interesting tools that we can use for our drawing. Let's see. Now, some of the tools we have, examples of these shapes in Paint application is, we have the square, we have the rectangle, we have the triangle, we have the star, we have the oval. We have lots of different types of shapes that we can actually see on our Paint application. Okay, and also we want to be able to see how can we launch Paint, because I'm going to do my own practical today. I'm going to launch Paint application, and then we'll be able to see the things that Miss Mary can do with her Paint application. Now, locate and left-click your start button. So on your computer, you locate and left-click start button, or you press the window key on the keyboard. Once you press the window key, remember I've taught you what window key is. Once you press the window key, you locate and left-click all apps. Now, why I had to write all apps or all programs is because, remember, you might be using a Windows 10 computer that has all apps. So once you click on all apps is the same thing as all programs. Okay, you just go to your search bar and type in Paint, P-A-I-N-T, Paint. Once you type Paint, it will come up on the screen, and then you click enter. Once you click enter, the Paint is there. So let's quickly, we're going to be using our Paint application to draw an input device and an output device. And I picked 2 types of an input device or an output device we're going to draw. We're going to draw a keyboard and a speaker. So let's see. Let me see if I'll be able to. We are going to do that right now. I'm going to be looking for my Paint application. So Miss Mary is going to launch her Paint application right now. So let's see me launch my Paint application. So I'm going to share you my new screen for my Paint application. Okay, so this, I've launched my Paint. Now you can see my Paint application here. Now I said I'm going to be drawing a speaker and a keyboard. So I'm going to start with a speaker because the speaker is very easy to draw first. So how do I draw my speaker? Before you start, you think, what are the shapes that I can use to draw my speaker? I have the square. So I'm going to use the square. So I'm drawing this is my speaker. I hope you can see that. So I'll move it aside so that I'll have space for my keyboard. I'll go back again to draw another inner square because I want my speaker to look very real. So you can see what Miss Mary is drawing. And then I draw my 2 circles. Can you see that? My 2 circles for my speakers. Then I'll have another bigger circle to cover my circle so that it looks like, whoa, this is my speaker circle. Okay. Yeah, wow. And I do the same thing up here. Wow. And then I paint. How do I paint it? This is now how I want my speaker to look. But then it's still, there's something that is missing. So I'm going to do this. Look up, please. Use this shape so that it will look as if I have, whoa, that is one. Voila. And here, my speaker is ready. My speaker is ready. Okay, my speaker is ready. Now, I can decide to paint my speaker black. So I'll go to my paint bucket. Remember, I've told you these tools. This is my paint package. Remember, we started before, but for all of us that are still a bit, might not remember now, these are my shape tools. Remember my shape tools. These are the paint bucket. Before you be able to paint anything, you click on your paint bucket first, and then you go and click on the color you want, and then I told you pour it, poof. Wow, that's beautiful, poof. Can you see that now? So this is I'll undo that. Now this is my speaker. So I can leave this as my speaker, and then I'll go over to drawing my own keyboard. Remember, this is our second class on paint application. So I want you to be able to draw something that is very beautiful. Now my keyboard, this is how to draw my keyboard. I'm going to do the same thing. I'll draw my small squares, just like that. My small squares on it, my keyboard. I'll draw my small squares, my keyboard. Remember the keys. Now, remember the longest key on the keyboard is the space bar. So I have my space bar, and then I'll draw all my alphabet keys. I remember when Munachi did this the first time. I'll draw yes, I remember all of you. The first time we did our keyboard, I can recall how it was. So right now, our hands should be very steady with our mouse. We should be able to use our mouse pretty well. So we draw our keyboard very beautifully. Don't mind my own is looking like a 1997 keyboard. Leave it for me. Draw your own. Just draw your. Make sure your own is beautiful. Okay, so you can see how Miss Mary is drawing her own keyboard. So I want you all to be able to do the same thing because you're going to be drawing 2 input devices for me, 2 output devices as your assignment. So once you draw it, in our next class, you're going to be sending it to the WhatsApp group. So you're going to send it to Mrs. Ademeju so that we'll be able to see what you can do with the paint application. You can see I'm drawing my keyboard. I'm drawing my keyboard to look very fine. Okay, so I'm going to draw my keyboard. I'm using my own laptop keyboard. So I'm looking at it and I'm trying to draw something that looks like my laptop. Though this is not my laptop keyboard, it's not looking like this, but then I'm trying to draw something that is close to it. Okay. So everyone, I'm almost done with my keyboard. It's not properly arranged though, but then this is my keyboard. So you can see. Good. So I want every one of us to draw. This is just like a piece. This is like an example of today's class. So quickly, we are going back to, okay, so that's my own keyboard. Okay, I hope we saw how I did this. Okay, so with today's class, we'll be able to see this. Now, I'm going to go back to my other screen, and then we see If you have any question, you just send it across on the WhatsApp group. Okay, so your assignment today, your assignment is for you to be able to look at the assignment using Paint application. Draw any two input and output devices. Any two input and output devices. Draw it. Any two input and output devices, just draw it. Okay, so see you guys next week, and I'll be here to mark your work. Thank you very much and have a beautiful day. Miss Mary misses you all. Bye.